Hello my crafty friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. This is Sheree and I'm here today for the Merry Christmas Crafty YouTube Hop. And this is being participated in by myself, Susan at Susan Hiles Creates, and Helen of Moss Cottage. And anyone else that wants to craft along with us is welcome to do so. I have Susan and Helen's channels linked below if you liked. If you're not subscribed or haven't seen their videos or their channels before, I would encourage you to click on my links and go over there and check out this Hoppin' as well as their other videos. They are very talented ladies, very crafty, very artsy, and very fun to watch their videos. So just go over there and give them some crafty love, and don't forget to subscribe to their channels. And if you're not subscribed to mine, I would welcome that also. I would love that. So this is already the third week of crafting. We did our announcements and then 2 crafty Fridays, and this is the third crafty Friday. Today we're doing clusters. So I don't know if you know, but I love to make clusters. My favorite cluster is with fabric. I also do clusters with paper, but today I'm going to do fabric. It's kind of hard to do both in the same video. So what I have before you is some things to make simple clusters. And I like to make small clusters because then I feel like I have more options to use them. On pockets, on tags, on journal cards, just anywhere on the front of a journal, just so many places you might want to put on the back of a journal to cover up the barcode, just anywhere and everywhere you can use a small cluster. So I pulled out, let me show you my small bits here. These are kind of all the smaller bits that I want to use at first. Then I have some bigger pieces like this. This is actually has white red with white dots on it. A little piece I had sitting over my Christmas fabric. This strip I have over there. I could use this for a tie closure at some point. There's a little piece of solid red. So this is all solid red strips and pieces. I'm going to leave the little pieces over here first, and we're going to see if we can use those up first. These are 2 little pieces. This one has wreaths on it. These 2 say Merry Christmas. This is actually a little pink piece that I had over there. I don't know why, but this one little pink piece with a pink back, or kind of like a mauve background with white polka dots, that was over there. These 2 I pulled out of my scraps fabric drawer, and also these little red and white gingham pieces. I had all of these in my actual fabric drawer. And then here's some more Christmassy type fabric that I had in my Christmas fabric that I have out right now, because it's Christmas time. So like I said, I'm going to pull out all these smaller pieces. We'll use those up first. This is a pretty piece, and I don't have any other green here, so I'm probably going to end up using some of that to add some green in somewhere. And this is some more of this one here, the bigger piece actually, but not, it's not big enough to make a journal with, so perfect to cut off a little piece like this and make some clusters. But if I need that, I have it over here with the bigger pieces. So let's get started. So I've got just the little pieces of fabric to start. I've got if I need to cut a cluster, I usually do it with my pinking shears. So I have those here. I have my Fabri-Tac, since we're dealing with fabric. I have my tiny attacher. You don't have to have a tiny attacher if you want to use any type of stapler. You don't have to have a tiny attacher. I just happen to have one, so that's what I'm using. And I have these wooden buttons that I got from Temu just recently to use for something like this. So I didn't have any, I have a lot of buttons, of course, but I didn't have any little Christmassy buttons, specifically like this, like Christmas. They're little Christmas trees and little reindeer and mittens and snowflakes and things. So I'm going to try to get a little bit of everything out here and get it ready to add to the clusters. So yeah, I like to have probably even paper or fabric. I like to have 3 layers. So say you're doing this with paper, you can do the same thing, pull out all your scraps. If you want to try to pull out your Christmas paper scraps and, or just paper scraps. They don't even have to be Christmassy, but if you want to, if say you have some red and green paper scraps, or even pink, like I had this pink piece of fabric, or some of my Christmas paper has blue and yellow in it, and add a little green. And a Christmassy thing on top, and then there you go. It's a Christmas cluster. So let's get started. I kind of like to have, like, say this would be a good base. This is too big though. I don't really want them that big. I like them kind of like half that size. I'm going to start off like this. Those two, we'll start with those two pieces. I'm going to cut this one in half too. Not for these particular clusters, but start with those. And then, so I need 2 more pieces. So let's go ahead and cut, well, let's use this piece right here since it's already ready to go. We'll put that there. Let's use up some of these little pieces of crochet. Now, I have plenty of little pieces of crochet. I could get more out. Just for some reason, I had these in my scrap fabric, so I grabbed them. I thought they would be cute. So there you go. There's my 3 layers. And you can kind of do it any way you want. I kind of have these centered, but you could, you know, offset them, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to go ahead and just make this a little simple one with everything kind of centered. This one piece is going like that, as you can see, diagonal. And then all I do is staple it in the middle. We're not messing with the glue yet. So I put a little staple somewhere. I'm putting this one in the middle so it can hold all these pieces together. And my intention is to glue this down somewhere. So there you go. There's my little staple. And then, whoops. Oh, that's just it. I just picked that up off the table. So it's through all the pieces. You can see it on the back. It's holding all the pieces together. And then all I do is pick out a focal point. So like I said, I'm using my buttons here. Since we've got red and green, but the base is red, let's pick out one of these red mittens and we'll put that right there. And for that part, now these are actually, is this actually a button? This one is not actually a button, but some of these are. I don't know. This is a wood piece. But yeah, little wood pieces like this, or little, you know, these are all little wooden beads or buttons and little wooden pieces that are Christmassy. So, or even if you want to use just red and green buttons or something, maybe you have some red striped buttons or red polka dotted buttons or something, green, whatever. Just, you know, you don't have to go out and buy anything. Just kind of put your Christmassy colors together and make some Christmassy colors, and then you can use them in your Christmas journal. So there you go. There's the first one. That one's done. I need to let that dry, but I put quite a bit of fabric tack under there. This covers up the staple, and now all I do when I'm ready to use it is put some fabric tack. Since this is fabric on a fabric base piece, I just put some fabric tack on here and glue it down to wherever I want. So super cute on that one. And then let's do another one here. Let's use a different fabric on this one. Maybe a bigger piece. Like that. I've got the red. This has poinsettias on it. And this has some pink in it. So let's use this pink piece. I think I will cut this in half though. I don't think I need that. I kind of like them. I usually like them to be like the biggest one on the bottom, and then I could try that. Let me try that real quick. I think it's going to cover up too much, but let's just see. See, I think it looks prettier the other way, yeah. Yeah, with more of this pretty poinsettia one showing. Oops. If I can let go of it, there we go. And then this little pink piece. And then again. Now you can do it like this. Say you want to set it off kind of in a different way. You could do it like this and just kind of put your pieces together. It's not like I try to have them meet someplace like this. They all meet in the middle here, so I could leave it like that. Let me pull this little string off. So they all meet in the middle. That looks cute. So we didn't center this one like we did the other one. See, we set that off to the side. And now I'm just going to put a staple in the middle where they're all together. And so this will keep them all together and staple them all together. So there's my little staple again. So you can see it does go through all 3 pieces. And like I said, you can use it. For a while I didn't have any staples. I thought I had some staples, and then I didn't. I had to order some. So then I realized, okay, for a while I used my regular staple on something like this, and it was just fine, you know. Just this, it's kind of the similar, but I just make kind of like if I wanted to cover it up, I would make sure I had something big enough. Like this button right here would cover up a regular staple too. So let's see what we want to put on here. I see a little red Christmas tree. I think that would be really cute. And you could put, like, say, this one is a button, and it has the two little button, you know, the little holes where the strings go through. So you could put a little string through there, and that would be really cute. Wasn't really planning on doing that, and so I don't think I will, but I will go ahead and kind of trying to flatten out that staple a little bit. But yeah, just going to put some glue on here and glue it down. But really, if you want to put some string through there, you can, to make it look like it's really sewn on. Or you could really sew it on. You know, that takes more time, so it's easier just to glue it down if you really want it, you know, make it quick and the simplest way to do it. Sometimes if you want to sew it down, you could, what looks cute, if you haven't seen me do it before, take a little bit of string, put it through the top of your button, then bring it back out, have enough up here to tie a little knot on top, and then you have a little tail, like just a little tiny little tails coming out, and that looks super cute too. It may or may not look like it's sewn on, but it still is really cute. So there's that one. It doesn't have to be like any kind of perfectionistic cluster or any certain shape or size or anything. And you'll see how, if you can't see how cute it is now, when you put it down on something, you'll be like, oh my goodness, that is so cute. You can put it on the corner of a page, just anywhere, on a pocket, on a corner pocket, just wherever. So so you can see, like, if I stop talking, how I could really hammer out some clusters here. So let's try it with, you know, this is just not my Christmas fabric, just fabric up. Oh, I got the pink piece here too. I need to use up. But just a piece I pulled out of my you know, I don't know, like I said, I don't know why it was in, I haven't been using pink fabrics. I don't know why it was in my Christmas fabric, but just that one little piece must have caught up with the other fabric or something. That looks really cute with the gingham. Now let's see what we might think looks cute on top of that. I kind of would like to use up this other piece of, I don't want to cover up that, I don't want to cover up the gingham or that too much. So let's see. Let's get a little piece of this green cut and see what this looks like. So I'm just going to get a little piece here, maybe to put on top, and then we can see the wreaths around it still, all the colors. And let's see, do we want to there's snowflakes on this fabric. You see that little snowflake right there? Or let me show you a bigger piece. See, there's little white snowflakes on there. So let's actually put a snowflake on here. When it's all said and done, we'll use a snowflake button and then just staple. So you can glue your fabric together if you don't want to bother with the staple. Or you could sew it together if you want to sew your button on. Then you would be sewing all your fabric and your button together at one time. But I've been doing it like this for a long time, and I didn't have any fabric clusters for Christmas made up. So yeah, I really needed to make some, so I was looking forward to this. I had quite a few Halloween ones that I made last year, and when I got my Halloween stuff out this year, it was nice to have those ready to go. So I plan on doing that. I think I had a few left, but I need to make more Halloween ones when it comes up to Halloween again next year. So there we go. There's another one. Like that little snowflake on there. So those three. Okay, let's see if we can make a couple more, because this video is supposed to be 20 minutes or under. Let's make one more. So here's a piece I haven't used. So we'll make this one really quick, because I seem to be going over my time limit each week, and I really am trying not to. So it doesn't even matter if the fabric is super straight or anything, but kind of would like to have a straight line here. There we go, that piece, and let's just get this red piece here. Just use up, you know, whatever I have out here. I might do some more after the video. So there's 3 pieces of fabric. This little one with the wreath, a solid red, and another, the last piece of the pink. And those look cute together. Let's see, what haven't we used? We haven't used a red Christmas tree, a mitten, and a snowflake. We haven't used this big Christmas tree. It's not big, but it's bigger than this little red one right here. So let's use that. That looks really cute on there. Because you could have this, you see this green peeking out. It looks really cute with that green. And this is a solid piece. It's not a button. So, but I'm really glad I picked those up. There's quite a few in there. So if I just wanted to use these all for clusters, I could make up a lot of clusters and have them all ready for next year. And I might do this. Could be a great little mobile craft that I can take somewhere to work, or in front of the TV, or whatever, or even on a trip or whatever, and just have little fabrics to cut up. You know, just what I have right here. A little bit of fabric, scissors, glue, my stapler, and there you go. I just have clusters for days. So let's see what I made real quick, or let's see what we made real quick here. Let me clear this stuff out so we can see. But I kind of love them. Tell me which one is your favorite, if you have a favorite, or just maybe if you love them all, you can let me know. But and tell me if you're making some clusters. And there we go. I think my favorite, I don't know. I like this Christmas tree is a little bit little, but it's still cute. It doesn't stand out as much though as these other ones. So I like these because they stand out more. And I don't know if I can pick a favorite between these 3 because I love them all. So I'm going to say these 3 are my favorites. This one, I probably should have used a different color button because it doesn't stand out a whole lot, but it doesn't matter. It's still going to be cute in a journal. So yeah. So I encourage you to try this if you've never made clusters. And I will make some with paper sometime. I don't know, how soon that'll be, but I'll make some with paper too. And again, I still do like to make the smaller ones even with paper. I've made bigger ones with fabric and paper, and so I know from doing it that I like the smaller ones, and I tend to use those more. I tend to have a harder time using the bigger ones, but I have used them, but I just, it's harder for me, it seems like, to find a spot. I kind of tend to hold on to them longer and, have a hard time finding the perfect spot. You know how it is. So thank you for watching today. Be sure to check out Susan and Helen. I can't wait to see what they're doing for their clusters. And next week is going to be the AT card or AT coin, and or both. So stay tuned for that to see what we do, and I'll see you then. And I'll see you in my next video, actually. So have a great day and a great week, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.